Hey guys, today we're going to be showing you how to install our brake vacuum pump seal kit. That can be found on our website. The link to that will be in the description below. So the common leak spot is going to be on top of the transmission where the ionization module is, as you saw there. And then you're going to need a 12 millimeter for the bracket bolts, 10 millimeter for the ionization module, T25 to actually take the pump apart because it has like 3 or 4 little screws there you have to take apart, and brake clean, shop towels, stuff like that. To get started, we're going to carefully take off the connector to the ionization module. As you see, we have a small flat blade screwdriver to press underneath. That's not required. And then to pry it up, just be very careful if you're doing it this way. You can use your fingers, works just as well. Sometimes it doesn't though on these old cars. The connectors break easily though, so just be careful. Then you're going to take your 10 millimeter and take off the 2 ionization module bolts. You can leave the ionization module on there. On most of the cars, it's just easier if you take it off. And this one, I think we leave it partially on. And then also, it's a pain to do this if you have secondary air injection. Then you're going to go for the 2 bracket bolts, one on top, one on the bottom, with your, I think it's 12 millimeter. We could be wrong on this. I didn't document it, so my bad. But once you get that off, you can carefully wiggle the pump out, and then you'll see there's our main seal. And then we're going to take our T25. It's a T handle, so you can do this with a normal one. Easier if you have a T handle because you'll get more leverage, and these bolts are in there pretty good. So once you get those screws out, you'll be able to take it apart carefully and slowly. And look right there, you see those little pieces in there? I don't know if you did, but if you didn't, we're going to show you again. This is what happens when you're not taking this apart carefully. We recommend having a tub for that very reason. See, they all fell out. Don't worry if that happens. There's also going to be a black filter piece kind of where her screwdriver's at. In that oval hole, there'll be a circle, and that black filter piece goes in there. I don't think we show it in this video, but that's where it goes. Then we're going to carefully take that seal out. This thing will leak tons of oil, by the way. As you can see, we put some shop towels down. That didn't really do much. Thankfully, we had cardboard underneath that. But still, even then, I think it soaked through a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and tackle this O-ring real quick. Just be careful trying to get that out. Then once you do, that one came out pretty easy for us. We'll take that apart, and then this is where we're going to take our brake cleaner and our shop towel. We're going to spray our shop towel brake cleaner. That's what we always do when we do these things. It's best practice not to spray directly onto the part. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to spray it on the towel, clean it all up. Then once you've cleaned it up, we're going to open up our new seals. Comes with that O-ring and that main seal there. I would not recommend starting with this seal like Shelly did, and the main reason why is because the last couple of these we've done most recently, they weren't sticking in as good, and so as you can see here, we're pressing it in. This one stayed in good for us, but when we pressed it in and flipped it, it like fell out, so we had to put it on last. On the last couple ones we did, but you can do it this way too if you can get yours to stick in. Then we'll flip it over, and then we're going to install that O-ring, and then you'll see there's going to be a little bit of excess as she goes around it, which is totally normal. Once you get that all pressed in, you see she still got a little bit of excess, so just make sure, go around it, make sure it's all in the groove. And once all that is good to go, as you see here, then we're going to show you how to assemble those little pieces, which tend to fly everywhere. It's 3 pieces, 1 in the middle, 2 on the ends. She's kind of putting it together like that. You can do it like that, or you can put it together inside of the little circle thing. I don't know what you want to call it. And it's not going to be a perfect circle. It's going to be a little loose, so stick it to one side or the other. It does go a certain way. That's how that piece goes on. So that's how it all kind of works together, and it slides back and forth. Then what you're going to do, tighten those screws, and then make sure it spins freely and there's no rattling or anything like that, and you should be good to go. Now we're going to clean the block up. Once again, spray some brake cleaner on the shop towel. We're just wiping the block down. We also want to clean the transmission on top of the transmission where it leaks. And when you do this, you might actually want to place shop towels underneath it because it will leak oil out onto the hoses underneath it. Pretty normal. Then you're going to carefully put the pump in there. it'll kind of line itself up once you get kind of close, as you see there, and then we're able to put the bracket on, and we did clean the bracket as well because it will leak on the bracket. The fuel ionization module goes on, and then we're going to check the oil just to make sure it's all good. We did have to put more oil on this one. It might looked okay here. It might have, I think. Yeah. So it looked okay here, but we did have to pull it back in and put more oil in it after we drove it out into the front of the parking lot. Other than that, though, that's all you pretty much have to do. Just top her off with oil, and you should be good to go. And just make sure everything's cleaned up, and give us a call or an email if you get stuck or have any questions. Thanks. Bye.